Okay guys, so we are at the 400 yards. We are using a primary arm scope 1-6. We have the LaRue mount on it. This is so-called Scout configuration, Scout setup. As you can see, we are making some nice easy hits from this distance at our targets. I would say that this scope is an absolute like cheating. When you shoot that scope at the long distance with the AK rifle, it's like cheating. We are using a 60 grain bullet. The scope was calibrated for the 54 grain, 53 grain 7 and 6, but we are using a Wolf ammo, and I'm exactly at the on the reticle, I'm at the lineup for the 4. So I would say even with the Wolf ammo, with that 60 grain bullet, which is a heavier bullet than 7 and 6, you are still extremely close. You have to zero that scope at the 100 yards, but then you're going from there, and that reticle matches all the settings for what was designed for it. So the scope is performing extremely well. I'm having tons of fun. Let me switch the magazine here, and we'll try to squeeze a few more rounds at the target, and we'll see what's going to happen. Okay, so we are only at the 100 yards right now, guys. For 100 yards, let's see if we can make some hits with that 6 power zoom. That's going to be extremely close. Okay, so that was a 6 power zoom. Let's go back to 1 power. Okay, that will be a little bit more fun. Oh yeah. So as you can see, guys, this scope is very flexible. Even at the close distance, you have a power switch it from 6 to 4 to 3 to 2 to 1. If that 6 power zoom is too much for you, as I said, at the 100 yards, that 6 power, it was a little bit, that target look a little bit big. But that's the beauty of the scope, that you have that power to change the zoom on it, and even use it for the close distance. So we'll walk in a little bit, maybe to the 50 yards, and we'll see if we can engage multiple targets from it, okay? Okay guys, so we know we can have fun with this package, this scope at the longer distance. We're hitting the targets at 400 yards with the 6 power zoom, no problem. But this scope offers to you much more. You can go to the CQB and basically switch to the power setting 1, and then start engaging the multiple targets without that 4x zoom like you have, for example, on the ACAC, which is a fixed power scope. So I continue to play with it, I continue to experiment and learn what this package can offer to me, and I think so that this setup could be a very attractive for all those guys who are running a 3-gun competition. It's extreme fun, and as I said, because how flexible this scope is, because of the settings, you can use it multiple ways. So let's go back to some CQB shooting now. Okay, so we are back at the 100 yards, and the question of course is, well, what happens if the optic goes down? Well, you just basically pop the levers on that LaRue mount, drop the scope, engage my Troy iron sights, and I can continue to spray the horror to my enemies. Just like this, guys. So as you can see, this is a very flexible setup, works great, and I think so this scope is very good value. The quick disconnect, detached mount, that's a value add. Pop-up sights, absolutely, and the laser as a backup for everything. So let me know if you have any questions about this setup. I'll be more than happy to answer it, and thanks for watching. Okay. Okay, let me see if that mount will hold the zero now. Close the levers. Drop it. Absolutely amazing. That's why I love these mounts, guys. See, it works even when you take it off and put it on back on.